or don't like your body now. And those are just the main points of the program. You'll also learn the power of feminine vulnerability and how to use emotional judo techniques to massively multiply his emotional desire for you. Just learning this one trick could keep you and the man in your life from ever fighting again. You'll learn why trying to make your man happy can kill your relationship. Emotional flooding, why men are petrified of women's emotions, and how to create a safe harbor where he can open up even if he acts like a Vulcan now. How to banish insecurity from your relationship forever and feel 100% loved, adored, and taken care of by your man. How to seduce a man in shockingly little time. How men decide if you're girlfriend material or just someone they want to sleep with. How to get a man to chase you again, even if you've been together for years and years. And much, much more than I can list out in this video. Here's the flat-out truth about what's going to happen when you grab this program. When you go through this program, listen to what it says, study the survey results, and do the simple exercises I give you, you'll know more about how men think and why we act the way we do than any woman in 1,000. You'll know the secrets guys have desperately kept to themselves. You'll understand what's really going on in his head and his heart, even when he has no idea why he's acting the way he does or why it's so hard for him to be there for you. Listen, if you're a woman who really wants to be adored by men, then this has already changed everything for you. If you walk away now, you'll always wonder what you don't know. But you know what? You need to be ready for what it's going to be like when men just aren't a mystery anymore. When you suddenly understand exactly what he's thinking, what it's like to be a guy, when all those problems you have in your relationship that come from butting your head up against his just seem to fade away. When he looks at you with shock in his eyes, wondering who this amazing woman is and how she appeared in his life out of nowhere seemingly overnight. If you're like most women, when it first happens, you'll be in shock. You'll feel this amazing confidence pulsing through your whole body. You'll have men pursuing you like the hunters they are, subconsciously realizing you're one woman in a million, the most desirable girl on the block, a woman who gets men on a deep and primal level. Just imagine this for a minute. All that anxiety fading away. No more wondering why he doesn't call or why he said the hurtful words he said. Feeling those tears and anger and frustration and doubt just fade away. Sleeping like a baby every night, wrapped in the arms of a man who utterly adores you, who loves you for you, who never wants you to change. Would you want that? Would that feel pretty good? You bet it would. And here's the really cool part. Just go through the 8 secret survey lessons and do what they say, and you'll have the secret password to men's minds. Every mystery of how men think laid out in detail and finally explained. No months and months of therapy, no arguments, no begging and pleading for him to open up, no wondering what he really thinks about you, if he wants you, if he loves you, if he'll be yours forever. In fact, here's what I want you to do. Just go through the first lesson. Really absorb it and take the time to understand what it says. And when you're done, call up an old friend, a guy. Not a guy you're in a relationship with or you want to date, just a guy. Grab a drink or go for a walk. Talk. And let yourself notice that feeling you get in your chest just from that little bit of knowledge you gained in lesson 1. That confidence that spreads through you, that knowledge that you know. You know what he really wants. You know what he really needs. You know what he's really feeling. Let me ask you a question. How much is it worth to you to feel like you've got magic powers? To suddenly see into the minds of men, to make any man happy, to be adored by any man you want. If this survey and this training helped you find that one guy you've been looking for so long, or if, just by going through this training, you could repair the massive rift you might be feeling with your husband or your boyfriend now, if you could stop the fights, stop the anger, stop the frustration, and just love each other, how much would that be worth? I mean, think about some of the other stuff you spend money on. The clothes he ignores, the nights out. Ask yourself, would it be worth even just $10 a day to have the relationship of your dreams? If a genie came out of a bottle and said, it will cost you $3,650, but I'll give you the relationship of your dreams for 1 full year. Is that a deal you would want to take? Because if this program doesn't open your eyes and radically change the way you think about and look at men forever, it's probably because you secretly like to fight. You secretly like to be hurt. You secretly like to be miserable, and you'd rather be right than be happy. I really hope that's not true. The possibilities, once you really absorb this, are endless because there's nobody else out there who's willing to share this stuff with you or could share it with you in the first place. But please, for your sake and mine, don't even think about enrolling in the Secret Survey program and learning the dirty, uncensored truth about men unless you can cross your heart and promise me two things. One, you can put your ego aside and really accept the truth I give you, no matter how hard it is and no matter how different it is than the half-truths and flat-out lies you've been told by women's magazines and experts. If you aren't ready to know the real truth about men, this isn't for you. Two, you'll only use this information to have great relationships with men, not to manipulate them or take advantage of them. Okay,